or my users of fiber of textilesresources.com really wish to listen from you or know from you is first you just let us know about yourself. I know that you have a lot of shows coming in every year, so introduce us with your shows, different shows which you have scheduled, perhaps 2 editions a year or maybe more than that, and then also let us know about what exactly your purpose of attending BharatTex, how you find it so far, what are your expectations from the show. Just let us know on a this of notes.
Thank you very much. I'm Julie Holt, Global Exhibitions Director of IAC Group. We run a couple of editions of a Sourcing Expo each year, one in Melbourne in November, which has been an annual event for about 10 or 12 years now. Last year we introduced a second edition in Sydney, and in fact that's coming up again very soon in June 12th to 14th this year. My reason for coming to BharatTex is I know the export councils here extremely well. I've worked very closely with them, for most of them, for about a decade now. So I'm very familiar with a lot of their, challenges, their strengths. I know a lot of the exhibitors, obviously know the heads of the export councils very well. Exactly. So it made sense for me to come here and show my support for this phenomenal show. But also it's an extension of just our cooperation, because they are continuing to support our shows in Sydney and Melbourne. The Indian companies do very well in Australia. There's a lot that commends them to Australian buyers. They're very focused on transparency. They're authentic, easy to communicate with and do business with generally. So what I found really interesting at the inauguration today was Prime Minister Modi's real emphasis, if you like, on the private sector taking the lead in really driving new innovation across textile and new applications, trying to find new almost global niches in materials and kind of apparel that, people mentioned kind of, I think, the gypsy kind of look, which I'm not sure if it's politically correct or not, but that sort of look on a global scale. There are lots of different niches that I think India could sort of play to and do very well. He also is very focused on cooperation across the value chain, but made clear many times the importance of employment across the country and women's empowerment. So all of those kind of themes really resonated with me, and I'm sure with the audience across the world effectively, because India is really I guess my main takeaway from this experience is how very serious India is now in terms of being ahead of everyone else in the world in textiles, and that there's no doubt that that's the case. I've only walked around a few of the, I think, 14 halls today, but every corner of every hall I'm so impressed. Exactly. So well done, India. Right. And we look forward to continuing our partnership with many of the export councils.
Last question.
So I'm sure you have a lot of your customers perhaps available here in the show. You have some prior meetings with them, or must be, you'll be fixing some more meetings with them, attending or visiting their stalls, their booths, inviting them to come again to exhibit in your show. What do you think that your visit in this show at BharatTex will help you further enhance your relations with them? You will be able to kind of attract more crowds from India to your show. Do you think that this visit at BharatTex, or BharatTex being in a larger show, will help you getting some more, I would say, benefits, some more advancement to your shows? What do you think about it?
Well, I think the exhibitors here are very confident in the fact that in Australia we're very focused on continuing our strong association. The Economic and Trade Agreement has really helped that along. But it's a really great opportunity for me to speak to some of the exhibitors I know and some potential exhibitors and learn more about them. I mean, when I meet them when our shows are on, I'm usually a little bit busy and tired and crazy
So
and
even we are basically being benefited with this show that we end up meeting each other. We've been knowing since long
that's
time
right.
but never met.
Yeah. So this is a good chance for
Yeah,
me to
exactly.
kind of be a bit more relaxed and learn more about yourself
Right.
and some of the other exhibitors. And obviously, some of the exhibitors here that have exhibited in our shows in Sydney and Melbourne
Okay.
can put on much larger displays here, so I can learn much more about what they offer because they're sort of in their home turf, if you like, and it's much easier for them to put on larger kind of exhibits, and I just learn so much more about them each time. And it's great when I walk around here and I hear Julie yelled out. It's like, oh,
The way
and it's-
I acknowledge you.
yeah,
the way I
exactly.
basically
Sometimes
recognize you.
it's embarrassing because I know the name and know the face and not the name. But clearly, after running these shows for quite a few years now, it's really kind of produced dividends in terms of my access to the market here and understanding about what India can provide. And the more knowledge I have also helps the buyers in Australia because I get a lot of inquiries from them, and if I can sort of respond meaningfully even outside of the actual show event or the events, that's a benefit for everyone.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. That's really nice kind of meeting you. We've been exchanged a lot of emails. Perhaps I talked a little less, but then never had a chance to meet
Yeah.
each other.
Well, it's
But
nice
this is
to
the first
put
time, in fact,
a
happened.
face to the name after many years of successfully,
Yeah.
I guess, advertising with you. And
Right.
obviously, my meeting with you now, it's very clear to me how much knowledge you have. So you'll be,
Yeah.
a valued partner.
Perfect.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Julia.